Mr. Tracking Production.
Angels, welcome back to my channel. This video I have been dying to do for a minute. Today's video, we're going to talk about bad loctician experiences. And I'm so passionate about this because I literally got my locks started 4 times. Now, you watch YouTube videos of people starting locks and it looks like a seamless process. Your girl had her locks started 4 times. So I'm about to tell y'all about all these bad lock experiences, okay? No shade to any loctician per se, but I'm about to tell you about some stuff that ain't go too well with your girl. Okay, first time I got my locks started. I'm from the school of belief that when you go to get your hair done, that the person doing your hair is going to do everything from A to Z. That means under no circumstance should I show up to an appointment with my hair pre-washed. I don't understand it. Sorry if you're one of those stylists out there that tell your clients to wash their hair before they get to you. You're doing business wrong, okay? So I showed up to get my hair done and I hadn't washed it. And this loctician actually attempted to put coils in my dry hair using only a spray bottle. Now, I don't know about y'all, but every time I see somebody get their locks started, it's on a fully wet, shampooed head of hair. So my first thought would be like, okay, benefit of the doubt. Maybe they thought I washed it, right? Never mind the fact that I don't believe that I should have to wash my own hair when you're going to do it. But maybe they said, okay, we think she washed it. The fact that my hair was dry when I got to you, wouldn't that at least encourage you to have me wet my hair or for you to wet it? Anyway, needless to say, because my hair wasn't saturated with water, which it needs to be, the coils were not at their full coil, okay? And my starters just fell out the next day. So I said, okay, no big deal. So I go to another loctician. I show up to her salon. Everything seems copacetic, right? I'm like, okay, this is going to be good. So she washes my hair. I'm like, already better than the last experience. And then this is when it gets a little weird. She pulls out a blow dryer. Now, I don't know about y'all. And granted, didn't know about as much about locks then as I do now. But I knew that the hair needed to be saturated and in its full coily, natural state to do comb coils. Like, I knew that much. This girl pulled out the blow dryer and blow dried my hair straight. So she dries it straight, and she's like, oh, I do it this way because it's easier for me to coil. And I'm like, I figured it'd be the opposite. Like, it's not going to coil. It's straight. There's no coil, right? But I just like, whatever. You know, that awkward moment where you're sitting in the chair and you're like, well, do I just get up and walk out or do I just say, okay? So she coils it, and then she has to put it in a style because otherwise the coils will fall right out. So I had my hair twisted in this style that I wasn't particularly crazy about anyway. But I knew that if I took it out of this style, my coils would fall out. Needless to say, after like a couple days in this style I didn't like, I said, I'm taking this down. So I took it down, saying, okay, well, maybe I can wear the coils. Maybe they'll stay. Child, them things fell out by the end of the day. Not to mention people asking me if I coil permed hair. So at this point, if y'all are, keeping up, I have 2 failed attempts at starting my locks. I said, this cannot be that daggone difficult. It can't be. So the next lady I get an appointment with, I go to her salon. Once again, everything seems official. Washes my hair. She begins to coil me. My hair wet, not blow dry, straight. I'm like, okay. So she coils it. Everything is fine. My hair at the top is a lot straighter than like this right here, right? So this had no problem coiling. This up here, I don't know what texture this is, but it's not the same texture as back here, okay? And that hair just does not want to coil. So when she got to the front, she was having a little difficulty. So she was like, I have to crochet it, you know, like they do with Caucasian hair when it gets to the top, because the texture is so straight. And I'm like, okay, right? I just need it locked. I don't care. I don't care how the sausage is made. Like, just okay. So she starts crocheting it, and I'm not gonna lie, it looked so bad. Like, I've seen people crochet locks, right? So when she said she was gonna crochet it, I was thinking like an Insta lock type of feel. I don't know what she did. I feel like she had a crochet needle, but I'm almost inclined to believe she was just up there like tying my hair in knots. Child, that thing looked so bad. I was like, I can't even wear these starters. And I'm like, once again, now I gotta go somewhere else and get my hair redone again. Like, it just looked bad. Like, I didn't like anything about it. So here we are, loctician number 4. I go to the shop. Now, you can't judge a book by its cover, right? Because the salon was kind of like, it was like a rented like storage space, I feel like. And you know how some storage spaces have electricity, so that's kind of what it was like. But like, honestly, I couldn't tell that from when I like the Yelp or whatever, because like, as bougie as I am, I probably would have like not gone. But I'm glad I did. You can't judge a book by its cover. So I show up, right? 2 girls, super nice. I'm telling her, girl, you're my 4th attempt at starting my locks. So she's like, okay. So the first thing she did that I loved is she started using, and I won't say the name, but she started washing my hair with this like high-end luxury shampoo and conditioner that I already use. And I was like, I love her already. This seems promising. So we get to the coiling process. First, she asked me if I wanted 2 strands or coils. And I was like, wonderful question. I want coils because I don't want to deal with having to like my locks to mature out of the 2-strand phase. I mean, now I know that I'm like, you know, almost 5 years locked, that wouldn't have mattered. But like when you don't know anything, you just like Google, and then whatever you see, you're like, okay, this is what I want. So I was like, I want coils. And she was like, okay. And then I was like, should I tell you what size I want? And she was like, I'm going to give you the size that fits your head. Now, I didn't mind that because the size I ended up with was like the size I wanted at the time. But then I was like, well, girl, what if I wanted like super tiny ones? Or like, what if I wanted 20 thick locks, right? Like, whatever. So I was like, all right, she a little sassy, but like, she's going to do what I want. So I just take it. So she starts coiling. She started coiling, and she didn't use like a pomade or like a putty or anything. She used some composite foam, like a wrapping type of foam. And I had never even like read anywhere that people started locks this way. So I'm like, all right. When I tell you, my hair loved that foam. Like, even for the first couple years after I was locked, I still retwisted with that foam. And like, quiet as it's kept, I might, you know, pick it back up because it's like some great stuff. But like, it held my coils, and it didn't like give me like the crispy, crunchy coils, and it didn't dry my hair out. Amazing. My starters looked amazing. And I remember my best friend looked at my hair after I got it started, and she goes, this is what coils are supposed to look like. This is what they're supposed to look like. So I was super happy with her. Super happy. So that was the last time I had to get my locks started. These are the result of that wonderful lady back in New York who started my locks. But I just want this video to be like a message to y'all. Like, first of all, if you are a starter locker and you have some starter locks in your head right now, and you either don't like the way they look, or you feel like the process to get them wasn't really that great, right? They didn't shampoo your hair, they didn't condition it, they, I don't know, use gel or whatever. Like, you're not alone, first of all. I feel like most people I speak to who have locks get their locks started over a bunch of times because, and I hate to say this because it sounds shady, but a lot of people claim to be like locticians, and maybe they're not locticians and they're just natural hairstylists, which is not an insult, right? You do natural hair, but like, I feel like locks and things that locks need is a specialized thing. I say that to say, like, trust your gut, okay? If you don't like something about your starter locks, you're not alone. And if you are watching this video saying, yes, I got my locks started like 3 times, you're not alone. It seems to be more common than it like has to be. But yeah, like that's my bad loctician stories, right? Like, and I don't know what they're like on the retwist tip. Like, I feel like if I had gone back to any of the first 3 and I was already locked and just wanted a retwist, I feel like it would have been fine. But like, starting locks is a different kind of process, and I don't feel like a lot of locticians like understand that and can do it. And I hate to say like bad loctician, right? Because like you can be a good loctician and just like not great at the one thing. But like, I mean, we've all, I'm sure, gone to somebody or at least know a loctician that has like messed up somebody's hair. Like, I know we have. So like, it's important for us to educate ourselves on what our hair needs, what's right, what's wrong, because when somebody goes to do a thing that's not right, you can be like, And like, I remember when I was a loose natural and I went to my old hairstylist for her to do my hair back when it was like, when I was relaxed. She started combing my dry hair and I was like, ooh, like I don't live there anymore, right? Loose naturals, that's a no. So it's real important for y'all to like educate yourselves and don't just rely on like somebody else to do your hair. I'm choking. All right, y'all, I ain't got no more. Drop down in my comments. Tell me about some of your loctician stories. I want to hear them. I even want to hear about some of the good ones, right? Like, this is not about trashing people. This is just me telling you my experiences. But I want to hear y'all's experiences. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends about me, share this video. I love y'all. Okay, until next time.